Draft season is approaching us, so we're talking quarterbacks, but we're also talking wide receivers.
All right.
And we've done a lot about the top three guys, Marvin Harrison Jr., Rome Odunze, Malik Neighbors. We have talked about these guys countless times, but this wide receiver class, it is deep. Guys can run routes, they can get open, and they make the highlight plays. So we want to get into some other top pass catchers heading into the draft this year. We're going to start out, you guys saw Malik Neighbors. The receiver on the other side of him, Brian Thomas Jr., an absolute stud, a freak of nature at the wide receiver position. Led the entire country in receiving touchdowns this past season, and he's a guy that will go up and will dunk on you. Had an impressive combine as well, running 4.3s and all of that. A guy 6'2" can run, get open, and do all the fun things on the football field. He was a basketball standout in high school, turned down basketball scholarships to go play football at LSU. There's a guy that plays with aggression. When the ball is in the air, he will absolutely dunk on you and has fun doing it. He played on the other side of Malik Neighbors, so a lot of one-on-one coverage and was able to take advantage of it. You see it right there. When you're on the full screen, you see Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and you're right below those guys. That is the breakout type of season he had, and he's only scratching the surface. Has every physical tool that you need to play the wide receiver position. It'll be about him getting into the league and development. Chris, you're a former receiver yourself. What have you seen from a guy like Brian Thomas Jr.?
I mean, you turn on this, I mean, it's a highlight reel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's down the field. I mean, all these guys, I mean, they can fly, right? I think what stands out to me the most of watching his stuff is the way that, I mean, he's catching everything with his hands, right? His body awareness, I mean, he's, on the sidelines, in the end zone. I mean, he's getting 2 feet down, so those are good on Sundays.
No doubt about it.
So, I mean, it's going to be exciting to see these guys come into the league. I mean, all these guys, right? I mean, all 4'3", right? They can all fly. So how is he going to develop? How is he going to be able to handle being, one-on-one coverage, right? Getting off press, because we all know that college, I mean, he's not going to see as much press coverage in college. I mean, I think that's going to be the biggest tell. Is he willing to compete? So, going into August, going into training camp, I mean, this should be, these guys they got a bright career ahead of them.
He's a guy being compared to someone like T. Higgins out there on the field. Look for him to maybe be at the mid to bottom of that first round, and wherever he ends up, he is going to be a stud. All right. From Brian Thomas Jr., we go to A.D. Mitchell. Yes, Worthy had the fastest time at the combine, a Texas guy, but A.D. Mitchell was the guy making plays for them every single week and had a huge game against Alabama, going against their first-round corners. This is a guy that won 2 national championships at Georgia, made big catches in the playoffs to help them win those games. Then the Bulldog says, you know what, I want to go back home. Transfers to the University of Texas and has a breakout year, over 800 yards receiving and making play after play down the field. The thing I love about this kid is whenever it's their biggest games, it seems like he brings his biggest performance, and that's what the NFL is all about. Look at what he was able to do in the college rank. You see it right there, 11 receiving TDs, second in Big 12, and then, Hogs, you said it. All of these guys are running 4.3 like it is nothing. That's not an easy feat, and it's a huge difference of some of these other guys out there, but he is smooth in and out of his breaks, has a sweet dancing feet, I like to say, of a wide receiver. There's another fun guy to watch.
Yeah, I mean, all these guys, man, I mean, they're smooth. They make all the plays down the field. I think really it's going to be about how well can they get off press coverage. You were a former D-back, right? It's going to be, how can they be open? How that quarterback-friendly relationship, right? College, NFL, it's that next step, right? So it's not going to be as easy as just running down the field. These guys can fly, right?
What was it like for you of taking that step, getting off press and learning some of those things?
It was a lot, man. It's a learning curve, right? All of a sudden, you got someone who's in zone coverage, backed off, and now you got someone up in your face every single play, right? You got to have a plan. You got to do your studying, right? Your prep. So I think for these guys, I mean, they're set. They're going to be set up for success just with their physical talents, right? They're going to be able to fly down the field. How well are they going to be able to get off press? How well are they going to be able to get open? Because they all catch the ball and they all can make plays down the field.
Right there, you see it, the fingertips right there. All right, from him, we're going to go back to Georgia, though. Lad McConkey. This is a guy that people have been raving about.
Come on now.
Went down to the Senior Bowl, tore it up. Went to the Combine. He ran his own 4.3. And when you turn his film on, this is a guy that is an absolute route runner. He gets in and out of his breaks. He understands leverage. He understands the defense. And he just is a savvy guy that knows how to get it done. Everybody says when you watch him and you watch his routes, he looks wise beyond his years for just a college kid that's out there getting it done. Now, he has some injuries this year, missed about a month of playing time. That kind of set him back. But when you show up to the combine and you're jumping and you're running the way he does, it makes everybody go back and rewatch that film and see exactly what he's able to do. Smaller frame, guys were able to get their hands on him a little bit. But what's fascinating about Ladd as a prospect, this is a guy that can play outside and can play inside, understands how to get open, whether it is press coverage, whether it is man-to-man, or whether it is zone coverage. This is him right here lined up next to Garrett Wilson. And this is the tail of the tape. This is the one thing we love to do in the NFL, where we just put guys next to him and say, well, he was really good, so you know what? He can be really good. He's going to be better. So this guy is unbelievable. It's over. Him a running mate, so Ladd McConkey is going to follow in his footsteps. People are saying he looks like a little bit of Julian Edelman, is what they said. Some of the Georgia corners playing against him. Hogs probably is like, you know what? No, he looks like Chris Hogan when I was out there playing for the Patriots.
Yeah, man. I mean, this guy, I mean, like you said it, he can play inside, he can play outside. I mean, I'm impressed with his route running.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, if you watch, you turn on the tape, I mean, he's crisp, he's smooth in and out of his breaks. I think he's going to be a guy that's going to be, you know, wherever he goes, I mean, play inside, play outside. Yeah. He's got the speed to play outside. I mean, yeah, he's 5'11", but I mean, he can get open, man. I mean, and he can make plays down the field. The other thing that you turn on the field, the tape, yak, right? He's catching things across. He's catching things across the middle, and he's turning those into bigger plays. So I think he's going to be an exciting player to wherever he goes in the draft.
And we had Ladd come on our show, and he's the guy that does it all over the football field from Georgia. These are the next three guys that we're looking at besides the top three guys. Sarah, Kyle, what do you think?
I'm just a little triggered over here. The McConkey comps, why does it have to be Edelman and Hogan? Why can't it be Eddie Royal or
Deontay Johnson? I saw as well.
Devon Best. You can name any shifty receiver. I love Devon Best. Why is it Edelman and Hogan, Jason?
Terrion Arnold, cornerback from Alabama, compared him to Julian Edelman. Those aren't my words. I never played against Ladd. Terrion Arnold did, and that's who he compared him to.
Those aren't your comps, is what you're saying.
It's not my comps. I'm just going by what the players say. So, hey, if he looks like Edelman, that's a good comp.
It's a great comp.
Yeah.
It seems to come up a lot. Chris, you mentioned something.
Chris, right?
You mentioned that on the tape, it's hands catches. Does it matter? Do you care? Like, is that a nuance that really people should look for?
I mean, I think when you're evaluating, right, these guys, especially at the combine, I mean, you don't want to see guys catching things to the body.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, on Sundays, a catch is a catch. I don't really care how you catch the football, but I think when you're going out there and you're trying to get evaluated, you know, by all of these scouts and all of these teams, right? Being able to show that you're able to catch the ball with your hands, catch it away from your body, you know, be confident in that. I mean, I think that's important. I think that's...
Because I know some guys are chest catchers, like your boy Amendola, another chest catcher. By the way, another good comp for McConkey. Amendola would be a good one, too.
Jules was, too. And, you know, Bill used to get on all of us, right?
Really?
Catch the ball with your hands, all that kind of stuff, right? But, like, at the end of the day, like, you know, a catch is a catch, right? Yeah. And it's not going to be on the stat sheet as a hands catch. It's going to go as a catch.
Right. So, Wes Welker is a body catcher, too.
Another good comp.
You touched on it a little bit, Chris. The hardest adjustment for you that first year was the hardest thing when you were either at practice or game and you're like, wow, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the speed of the game. I mean, I think that's probably going to be the biggest step for these guys is that, you know, right now, you know, they're fast, right? But I mean, the game itself is going to be fast, and these guys that are going to be lined up across from them are going to be the best players that they've ever gone up against. So they got to be ready to compete, man. I mean, that's going to be, you know, coming into training camp, ready for that competition, you know, knowing that it's going to be a battle. I mean, I think that was the biggest eye-opening thing for me.
Hogs went from Penn State lacrosse, Monmouth football, straight to the NFL. 7-Eleven, always open. That's our guy, Chris Hogan, wide receiver.
That's our guy.